So, good morning, students. This is Arvind, Assistant Professor, Department of Triple DBSIT Kavali. So, in the previous sessions, I discussed about electrical machines 3 subject. Okay, electrical machines 3 subject. In that subject, I'm discussed about some concepts on first unit, that is the synchronous generators. So, in the synchronous generators generator chapter, I discussed about introduction to the synchronous generators and some basic concepts like electrical and mechanical angles, and next synchronous speed, frequency in induced EMF, and next some terminologies of armature winding like conductor, coil, turn, multi-turn coil, single turn coil, coil sides, and types of armature winding like single layer winding, double layer winding, and next short pitch and full pitched windings, and next concentrated and fractional windings, distributed windings. Like these I discussed in the previous concept classes, and now I am going to discuss some factors in the alternators. Those are pitch factor, distribution factors, and next winding factor, and EMF equation of alternator. In these topics I am going to discuss in this class. Okay, so firstly I will start with pitch factor or coil span factor. So pitch factor is also called as an coil span factor. So it is indicated with the letters Kp or Kc. Okay, pitch factor Kp and coil span factor is Kc. So here the definition of the pitch factor is it is the ratio of resultant EMF when the coil is short pitched to the resultant EMF when the coil is full pitched. Okay, it is the ratio of resultant EMF when the coil is short pitched to the resultant EMF when the coil is full pitched. So here I am given the condition like Kp is equal to resultant EMF of short pitched coil by resultant EMF of full pitched coil, and this is equal to phasor sum of coil side EMFs by arithmetic sum of coil side EMFs. Okay, phasor sum of coil side EMFs is nothing but resultant EMF of short pitched coil divided by arithmetic sum of coil side EMFs is equal to resultant EMF of full pitched coil. So this is the definition for pitch factor or coil span factor. And now I am going to derive the formula for pitch factor, that is cos alpha by 2. I am going to derive. So here I am taking one coil. Okay, one conductor. So one conductor having two coil sides. So you already know that one. So here I am taking. So let ES be the EMF induced in each coil side. So if you observe the diagram, it contains ES, that is the EMF induced in each coil side. Here we have two coil sides. So here I am taking only one conductor in one slot. Okay, but each conductor having two coil sides. Okay, so that's why here I am taking ES, that is the ES be the EMF induced in each coil side. Okay, EMF induced in each coil side. And next, so if the coil is full pitched, here we have two coils, one is full pitched coil and another one is short pitched coil. So in the definition also I discussed about the resultant EMF in the short pitched coil by resultant EMF in the full pitched coil. Okay, so that's why here I am taking two. In the first one I am taking the full pitched coil. So if the coil is full pitched coil, then the EMF in each coil side help each other. So that means adding each other. Help each other means adding each other. Okay. Hence the resultant EMF across the coil will be algebraic sum. Okay. Hence the resultant EMF across the coil will be algebraic sum. Okay. That's why I'm said one more definition for the pitch factor, that is what I am telling that is the vector sum of induced EMF per coil by arithmetic sum of induced EMF per coil. So that means the arithmetic sum of induced EMF per coil is equal to the resultant EMF in the full pitched coil. So that's why here the EMF in each coil side help each other. That is ER is equal to here. If you observe this diagram, ES plus ES. So that is helping each other. That means adding each other. Both coil sides. That is ES plus ES is equal to 2 ES. Here ES is the EMF induced in each coil side. Okay, EMF induced in each coil side. Okay, and next, so if you observe this diagram, so here if the coil is short pitched by an angle alpha. Okay, if the coil is previously I discussed about when the coil is full pitched. So I already said that here I am taking the if the coil is short pitched by an angle alpha. Okay, the two EMFs in two coil sets no longer remains in phase. Okay, the two EMFs in two coil sets no longer remains in phase. Hence, the resultant EMF is also no longer remains algebraic sum of two EMFs. So previously for the full pitched coil we have the algebraic sum. Okay, but it will becomes a phasor sum of two EMFs as shown in the figure. So previously I discussed this one. So for the short pitched coil we have the phasor sum, and for the short pitched coil we have the phasor sum, and for the full pitched coil we have the algebraic sum. So already algebraic sum I discussed it in the previous, and now I am going to discuss this short pitched coil. So that's why here we have phasor sum of two EMFs. Phasor sum of two EMFs, that is, if you see this diagram you will understand. So this is the diagram I am taking. So I already said that one point, that is what I said, if the coil is short pitched by an angle alpha. Okay, if the coil is short pitched by an angle alpha, the two EMFs and two coil sets, that is ES and ES, two coil sets, one coil set EMF is ES and another coil set EMF is also ES. Okay, that is the two coil sets no longer remains in phase. If it is in phase means we will like this one. Okay, these are two in phase, that is helping each other. Okay, so here in the full pitched coil the two EMFs in the two coil sets is remains in phase, that is adding each other. But in the short pitched coil, if you observe the diagram, in the short pitched coil there is no longer exists in the in phase. That's why it contains one angle, two different angles. Okay, that's why here I am taking the resultant EMF is also no longer remains algebraic sum of the two EMFs, but becomes a phasor sum of two EMFs. Okay, so here this EMF value angle is alpha, and here the EMF angle is alpha by 2. This is the perpendicular angle. So here we have, I am taking the 4 points O, A, B, C. Okay, I am taking 2 points, 4 points, that is O, A, B, C. So if you observe this diagram, so okay, here AC point, if you observe the AC point, so this one AC, this line, straight line, so it is perpendicular. So AC is drawn perpendicular to the OB. Okay, so AC, so this one AC is drawn perpendicular to the OB. So this one, so this line is OB. Here I am taking one perpendicular line from AC. Okay, so that is OC is equal to, here we have 2 points OC and OB. So here OC is equal to ER by 2. So total we have total resultant EMF is ER. Okay, from O to B. But here I am dividing this by drawing perpendicular to the AC is drawn perpendicular to the OB. That means we have two EMFs, that is one is ER by 2 and another one is ER by 2. Totally we have ER. So that is CB. So CB is ER by 2 and OC is ER by 2. So totally we have OB, that is OB is equal to OC plus OB, sorry CB. OC plus CB total is equal to ER. Okay. So from this one I am writing this. So here AC is drawn perpendicular to OB, then length of OC is equal to length of CB. So if you see this diagram, the length of OC, this one, is equal to length of CB. So OC is equal to CB. Okay. Next, from this one I am taking, here we have the angle, that is alpha by 2. So here I am taking cos, that is cos alpha by 2, that is equal to. So we have the formula to take the cos terms, that is adjacent side by opposite side, that like this. So we have from this one OC by, I am taking OC by OB, sorry OC by OA. So OC by this one, OC by OA. So adjacent side by opposite side, that is OC by OA. So that is equal to, already we have OC value, that is ER by 2. Okay, if you observe this diagram, OC, actually OB point we have ER, here it is divided into 2 points, that is OC and OB, CB. From OC we have ER by 2 and to the CB we have ER by 2 value. So here cos alpha by 2, here the value is alpha by 2, we are considering this cos that is cos alpha by t is equal to OC by OA. So that is equal to OC value is ER by 2 by OA value is ES. Okay, OC value is ER by 2 and OA value is ES. So substitute these values into this one, that is cos alpha by t is equal to OC by OA. OC we have ER by 2 and OA we have ES. So from this one, ER is equal to 2 ES cos alpha by 2. So from this equation I am writing this resultant EMF ER is equal to 2 into ES by 2 into ES into cos alpha by 2. Here alpha is the angle of short pitch. Here alpha is the angle of short pitch. Okay. Next, from this one I am writing KP or KC is equal to, already you know the formula, that is what is the form, what is the definition for pitch factor? So it is defined as the ratio of resultant EMF when the coil is short pitched to the resultant EMF when the coil is full pitched. So that is equal to vector sum of induced EMF per coil by arithmetic sum of induced EMF per coil. So here for the full pitched coil we are taking the algebraic sum of EMF per coil, and for the short pitched coil we are taking the vector sum of induced EMF per coil. Okay, so from that one I am taking we are having the two values. So for the full pitched coil we have the value resultant EMF ER is equal to 2 ES, and for the short pitched coil we have the value of 2 ES into cos alpha by 2. So substitute these two in the formula. So that is KP or KC is equal to 2 ES cos alpha by 2 by 2 ES. So from this one we have KP or KC is equal to cos alpha by 2. So this formula is very important to solve the problems. Okay, pitch factor is equal to formula is cos alpha by 2. It is indicated with the letters KP or KC. Okay, so this is for pitch factor. Okay, and next distribution factor. And next one is distribution factor. We have another name for the distribution factor is breadth factor. So it is indicated with the letters KD or KB. KD or KB. So the definition for the distribution factor is, it is the ratio of resultant EMF when the coils are distributed to the resultant EMF when the coils are concentrated. Okay, it is the ratio of resultant EMF when the coils are distributed to the resultant EMF when the coils are concentrated. So here I am taking the condition, that is KD. So this is the indicating letter for the distribution factor KD, that is equal to, so what is the formula? EMF induced in distribution winding by EMF induced in the winding would have been concentrated. This is the definition for distribution factor. And similar to the pitch factor, distribution factor also another definition, that is KD is equal to phasor sum of component EMFs by arithmetic sum of component EMFs. So here the phasor sum of component EMFs is equal to EMF induced in distributed winding, and arithmetic sum of component EMFs is equal to EMF induced in the concentrated windings. Okay, next. So here I am taking this diagram to explain the distribution factor or breadth factor. Okay, so here the EMFs induced in different, here I am taking different coils. So here the EMFs induced in different coils of one phase under one pole are represented by sides here. Here I am taking EMF induced in different coils. Okay, EMFs induced in different coils of one phase under one pole. Here I am taking one phase and one pole are represented by sides. If you see this diagram, we have the sides, that is AC, CD, DE, EF, and so on. So these are the EMFs induced in different coils of one phase under one pole. Okay, so which are equal in magnitude? These all are equal in magnitude and different in phase angle from each other. Okay, these are all equal in magnitude and different in phase angle from each other. Okay, so here I am drawing the bisects. So if you see this diagram, I am drawing the bisects. Okay, so if bisects are drawn on AC, okay, they meet at common point O. They meet at common point O, this one O. So here I am taking OAB. So OAB, and here we have, if bisects are drawn on AC, okay, they meet at a common point O. So this one. So these all biceps are meeting at common point O. Okay. So the O center having AC, CE and so on. So this one AC, CE and so on we have. Okay. As cords, EMFs induced in the coils in different slots, EMF induced in each coil side. So like this, the EMFs are induced in these things. Okay. So from this one I am drawing. So this one. So here let n be the number of slots per pole. Here let n be the number of slots per pole. That is the pole pitch. I already discussed this one. N is the pole pitch. Pole pitch is equal to slots per pole, number of slots per pole. And M. So M be the number of slots per pole per phase. Okay, M be the number of slots per pole per phase. And EC be the induced EMF in each coil. So if you observe the diagram, I am indicating this ES or EC. Anything. Okay, ES or EC. Here ES is the induced EMF in each coil side. And angular displacement between the slots. And angular displacement between the slots, that is beta is equal to slot angle, that is equal to 180 by, and I already discussed this beta angle, okay, in the previous classes. So beta. So what is meant by beta? I already said that there are beta, slot angle. So slot angle beta is equal to 180 by n, that is the phase difference contributed by one slot in degrees, in electrical degrees. The phase difference contributed by one slot in electrical degrees is called slot angle. That is beta is equal to 180 by n. Okay, I already explained this one in the terminologies of armature winding. And okay, and next I already explained the one example for that one. For 2-pole 18 slots armature, we have the beta angle, that is 180 by n. Here n is equal to number of slots per pole. Here number of slots is 18 and pole is 2. 18 by 2, that is equal to 9. That means n is equal to 9. So substitute n value here, 180 by 9. So that is equal to 20 degrees. That is equal to 20 degrees. That is the slot angle. Okay, that is the slot angle beta. And next we have this one. So I already said that the EMFs induced in different coils of single phase under one pole are represented by sides AC, CD, D, E, F. I already said these points. And the point O is the center of the circle having AC, CD, D, E, F cords. And representative EMFs induced in the coils in different slots, that is the ES. And next, so EMFs induced in each coil side is ES, I already said. And from that one I am taking sine beta by 2. Sine beta by 2 is equal to, so similar to the previous one, I am taking here sine. In the previous concept I am taking that cos, here I am taking sine beta by 2. So from this one sine beta by 2 is equal to, from this diagram, so from this diagram, sine beta by 2 from this one. So this one sine beta by 2 is equal to AC by 2 by OA. So this one AC by 2 by OA. So this one. Okay, AC by 2 by OA. So from this one I am writing AC is equal to 2 into OA into sine beta by 2. So from this one. So sine beta by 2 is equal to AC by 2 by OA. So from sine beta by 2 is equal to, so already AC, EMF induced in each coil side is ES. So from that point I am substituting ES in AC, that is ES by 2 by OA. So from this one ES is equal to 2 into OA into sine beta by 2. Okay, ES is equal to 2 into OA into sine beta by 2. So here arithmetic sum of EMF induced, that is equal to M into 2 into OA into sine beta by 2. And next we have phasor sum. So this is arithmetic sum, and next we have phasor sum. So phasor sum of resultant EMF induced in polar group of one phase would be the phasor sum represented by the phasor AB. So if you observe this diagram, I am taking O point, A point, B point. Here I am adding these points, joining these points. O is the common point. From O I am drawing one line, and from O I am drawing another line. So perpendicular to these two lines I am drawing another line. So here the angle between OA is MB, OAB is MB, M beta, and for OA I am writing M beta by 2. So here the phasor sum of resultant EMF induced in polar group of one phase would be the phasor sum represented by phasor AB. So as shown in the figure, so from this one m beta. So here m beta is the phase spread angle in electrical degrees or radians. M beta is the phase spread angle in electrical degrees or radians. Okay, next. So from this one I am writing sin beta by 2. So from sin beta by 2 is equal to same AC by 2 by OA. So from this one I am writing here AB we have. So from this one AB by 2 by OA. So from this one I am writing ER is equal to 2 into OA into sin beta by 2. E is equal to ER is equal to 2 into OA into sin beta by 2. Sin m beta by 2. Sorry, sin m beta by 2. Right? M beta by 2. So here we have ER, but in the ER place we have AB. Okay. Why? Because here I am taking OAB. In the previous case I am taking OAC line, and here in this case I am taking OAB. So from that one I am writing here sin m beta. Here the angle is m beta by 2, OAB. So m beta by 2. So that's why I am taking sin m beta by 2 is equal to here AB by 2 by OA. That is AB by 2 by OA. That is from that I am writing ER is equal to 2 into OA into sin m beta by 2. So here EMF induced in each coil side E is equal to, that is AC is equal to 2 into OA into sin beta by 2, and arithmetic sum of EMF induced is equal to M into 2 into OA into sin beta by 2. Here the resultant EMF can be obtained from the below equation. So here I am taking ER is equal to, that is AB is equal to 2 into OA into sin AOB by 2. So that is equal to 2 into OA into sin m beta by 2. Sin m beta by 2. So this is for phasor sum. So this is for arithmetic sum. That is m into 2 into OA sin beta by 2. This is for arithmetic sum, and this is for the phasor sum, that is equal to 2 into OA into sin m beta by 2. So from that one I am writing the distribution factor, that is distribution factor KD is equal to, what is the formula? Phasor sum of component EMFs by arithmetic sum of component EMFs. Here the phasor sum of component EMFs we have 2 into OA into sin m beta by 2, and similarly arithmetic sum of component EMFs is m into 2 into OA into sin beta by 2. So by solving this equation we have sin m beta by 2 by m sin beta by 2. So this is the formula for distribution factor KD. So KD is equal to sin m beta by 2 by m sin beta by 2. This is the formula for distribution factor. And the formula for the pitch factor is Kp is equal to cos alpha by 2. And next we have another factor, that is winding factor. So winding factor is defined as the product of pitch factor and distribution factor. The product of pitch factor and distribution factor is called as winding factor. Here Kw, here indicated with the letter Kw, winding factor. That is Kw is equal to Kp into Kd. Here Kp is the pitch factor and Kd is the distribution factor. The product of pitch factor and distribution factor is called winding factor. And next we have the EMF equation of an alternator. So this is also very important question in this chapter, EMF equation of an alternator. So before going to derive the EMF equation of an alternator, we have to consider some parameters. So here I am taking firstly Z phase. Actually Z is equal to number of conductors, total number of conductors. Z is equal to total number of conductors. Here I am taking phase, that is number of conductors per phase. Okay, next ZPH is equal to, it is the 2 into T phase. This is the formula. ZPH is equal to 2 into T phase. Here T phase is the number of turns per phase. Z phase is the total number of conductors per phase, and T phase is the number of turns per phase. And next F, that is the frequency in hertz, and phi, that is the flux per pole in Webers, and next N, that is the speed in RPM, and Kp, that is the pitch factor. I already discussed this one in the previous concept. That is pitch factor, that is Kp is equal to cos alpha by 2, and distribution factor Kd is equal to, what is the formula? Sin m beta by 2 by m sin beta by 2. And next we have Kf, that is the form factor. So form factor is equal to, already we know the formula, that is RMS value by average value. We have the standard value for the form factor for the standard value, that is 1.11. So according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, average EMF induced per conductor is E is equal to flux cut in one revolution by time taken for one revolution. This is the average EMF induced per conductor according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So that is E is equal to flux cut in one revolution by time taken for one revolution. Firstly, we will discuss flux cut in one revolution, and then I will go to time taken for one revolution. Actually, flux cut by each conductor in one revolution is equal to 5p Webers. It cuts the 5p flux in one revolution. That is, the phi is the flux, p is the poles. And next, time taken for one revolution, that is dt is equal to 60 by n seconds. 60 by n seconds. Here I am taking the time in seconds, that's why I am taking the speed. Time taken for one revolution is dt is equal to 60 by n seconds. So from these two, I am writing the average EMF induced per conductor is, in the flux cut in one revolution place I am substituting 5p, and in the place of time taken for one revolution I am substituting 60 by n. Okay, we know already the speed n is equal to 120 f by p. I am substituting this 120 f by p in the n place to the above equation. We have 5p into 120 f by 60p. So by solving this equation, we have 2 into 5f volts. That is the average EMF induced in the conductor per phase. E average is equal to 2 5f volts. So therefore, average EMF per phase is equal to, I already said that average EMF per phase. Actually, in the previous case I discussed average EMF per conductor. Here I am calculating for the EMF for the average EMF per phase. So that is equal to number of conductors in series per phase arranged in one slot per pole. So from that one I am writing number of conductors in series per phase, that is Z phase. So I already said that Z phase is equal to 2 into T phase. I am substituting that value into this one, that is 2 into T phase into, in one slot per pole we have 2 phi f. Already we know that the average EMF for one conductor per one slot, that is 2 pi f. Okay, next, therefore RMS value of EMF per phase is equal to E RMS per phase, that is equal to form factor into average EMF per phase. So that is form factor value, RMS value, that is the form factor value is 1.11 into EMS per phase, that is equal to 4 into phi into f into t phase. So 1.11 into 4 into phi into f into t phase, that is equal to 4.44 into phi into f into t phase volts. So if we consider the pitch factor and distribution factor to the above equation, we have the E RMS per phase, that is the average RMS value of the EMF per phase is equal to 4.44 into Kc into Kd into phi into f into t phase volts. This is the EMF equation for an alternator. 4.44 into phi into f into t phase. By incorporating the pitch factor and distribution factor, we have another equation, that is E RMS per phase is equal to 4.44 into Kc into Kd into phi into f into t phase volts. Okay, next, if the alternator is connected in star connection. So for suppose if the alternator is connected in star, then the line voltage is root 3 times the phase voltage. So note these things. If alternator is connected in star, then the line voltage is root 3 times the phase voltage. Therefore, induced EMF EL is equal to E phase into root 3. That is a phase voltage into root 3. So from this one, EL is equal to, already we know the phase voltage. That is a 4.44 into Kc into Kd into phi into f into t phase into root 3. So if alternator is connected in delta, so that means here in this case line voltage is equal to phase voltage. Okay, for full pitched and concentrated windings, Kp is equal to 1, Kd is equal to 1. So for full pitched and concentrated windings, pitch factor and distribution factor value is always 1. Okay, these are the important points. These all are we will discuss in the coming problems. So one more small concept is there, that is the angle of short pitch, that is alpha. So what is meant by angle of short pitch? The angle by which the coils are short pitched is called angle of short pitch. Okay, the angle by which the coils are short pitched is called angle of short pitch. So here, as the coils are short pitched in terms of number of slots, okay, as the coils are short pitched in terms of number of slots, that is either by one slot or slots, and the slot angle is beta. Okay, and the angle of short pitch is multiple of slot angle, and then angle of short pitch, that is alpha, is multiple of slot angle beta. Okay, so from that one I am writing alpha is equal to beta into number of slots by which the coils are short pitched. So already you know the formula, coil span is equal to 180 minus alpha. Okay, so this is the angle of short pitch, alpha is equal to beta into number of slots by which the coils are short pitched. Okay, so this is the formula. So thank you. That's all for today.